Kaitlin.
And I am Jillian.
And we are the hosts of the OK Drama podcast.
We're two friends recap and break down K-dramas one episode at a time.
That's what we do. So, we're here with more The School Nurse Files.
Yes.
Do you know what's happening?
Still no. But I laugh often.
It is, like, entertaining, and it's like, what am I doing? But
it's very weird.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know what's happening. I'm just along for the ride, and, you know.
Yeah, I don't know that we'll ever find out what's happening. Honestly. It's
like they keep dangling stuff in front of us, and I'm like, oh. But then I'm also like, what?
Yeah, wait, what the?
What's happening? So, anyway. But before that, let's do some housekeeping.
Yes, please.
So, if you want to tell us what's going on with School Nurse Files, you can send us a tweet at OKDramaPod on Twitter, or send us a message on Instagram, OKDramaPodcast, and Facebook, OKDramaPodcast. You can also send us an email at okdramapodcast@gmail.com. And you can tell us anything you want there. But
absolutely.
Have it be slightly appropriate and not illegal or something. What else? We have a website, okdrama.com, and you will find links to past episodes. And I haven't mentioned this in a while, I'm realizing, but our affiliate links with Daebak Box and Fashion Chingu. You know, get your holiday gifts. I don't know what shipping is like, but you know, you can do a little, what's the word? Belated Christmas present? Belated holiday gift?
Just, like, get it for yourself.
You deserve it.
Treat yourself.
Yeah. I mean, if you want a Bongsoon sweatshirt, just buy the Bongsoon sweatshirt, Kaitlin.
Yes, Kaitlin.
I've only been talking about it for, like, fucking 2 years or something. I don't know.
True.
What else?
Our Etsy.
Yeah.
I gotta say, we have an Etsy. We got pins and stickers and patches and stuff. And our little soju and drama pins, they are selling.
Guys, it is exciting. Jill and I were like, what are we doing?
Yes.
And then it's like, oh, people are buying them. Oh my god. Yeah. It is so exciting. Someone also bought the man wall pin, which I love.
They got it as two. They got two for gifts.
Oh my god.
So they make great gifts, guys.
Yeah, and you can have like a little friendship pin thing going on.
Yeah, y'all all have the same pins. And it's not going to break the bank either. And that's the really great thing.
Yeah, and through the month of December, is that right? We have a little sale. Sale, right?
Yeah, and I think it gets applied automatically, honestly.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, whenever you go to our site, like, as long as you spend $5, it'll automatically apply the
10%?
little 10% off. Yeah.
Yeah, so real good deals. I feel like that's it.
I think so.
But we might have like a little teasy tease for something new coming to the store too. So you can just like go ahead and favorite our shop, even if you're not going to buy something, just so you can like see the new stuff that's coming, because everything is basically limited run except for maybe like the soju and drama pin. So like once it's gone, it'll probably be gone. Unless there's a very strong demand for something to come back. So, I guess that's it.
I think so.
Full disclosure, I've had about a third of a bottle of soju. So.
And now you're ready to drama.
I am ready to talk drama. And I keep, like, moving my
Doing
head
a head
from,
thing?
Like, I'm a sassy girl. Moving my head from side to side.
You're just tipsy.
Yeah.
Would you like for me to read episode 3 to you and tell you a little story?
I would love that, Jill.
Okay.
Also, we have to talk about these freaking synopses.
Okay. I haven't read them.
Okay.
All right,
ahead and read it.
Let's do this. Okay. Episode 3 of the School Nurse Files. Unyoung and In-pyo get naughty behind closed doors. With Mackenzie's support, a student settles the score with the basketball team. And that's naughty, Knotty.
Oh my god. Okay. Guys, this one's real bougie, but my boss hires a massage therapist to come to our office and give us massages. And she always says, "Have you been a naughty girl?" Like, nuts in the back or whatever. And that just reminded me of that. So ridiculous. They get naughty behind closed doors.
That is literally, like, the smallest amount of the show is them doing little knots. Like,
Uh-huh.
and we're like, who is Mackenzie?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know who that is at this point.
Also, it's confusing that they just call him Mackenzie and not, like, Mr. Mackenzie.
Yes.
Because I'm assuming his last name is Mackenzie, but maybe his first name is Mackenzie.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess maybe he's like, what do they call it when you only have one name?
Like a share?
Like Cher or Prince or whatever the fuck.
Or he's just like the quote-unquote cool teacher.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't
he's just
need
Mackenzie.
a Mr. Yeah. No Mr. Just Mackenzie, please. I will say, when this episode started, though, I talked to you about this, but I was confused because it was in English.
Mm-hmm.
They were talking in English, and I was like, wait, what? Did I understand that? Do I speak Korean now? Or did I accidentally turn on the English, like, dubbing? And so I had to pause it and go through all these fucking hoops through Netflix. And I realized, no, it is not an English dub right now.
He's just an English teacher.
He's just the English teacher.
You know, I feel like, though, that he is probably the best English-speaking actor
that you've seen in a K-drama?
Yeah.
I agree.
So, kudos to him.
Yeah.
He did a great job. I love when he goes, fake, 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 fake. That's later in the show.
That whole scene is really fucking funny.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god. Alright, let's get into this.
Yes, please.
So, Unyoung goes to Mr. Mackenzie or Mackenzie's classroom, whichever you prefer.
I threw in Mr. Mackenzie because I felt weird about just calling him Mackenzie.
But as she goes in, it seems as though he can see the ghosts. And so we get some, like, strange little vibes from him. Mm-hmm. Unyoung is then called to another classroom where half of the class is wailing, like, screaming, crying. Mm-hmm. It's all boys, basically. It's like all the boys that stole the cushions and that annoying girl. Unyoung, so these are the kids that did the cushion hunting, blah, blah, blah. And the ghost is haunting them. And she's, like, sitting on the floor by the boy who has her cushion. And she's grabbing the cushion and she's crying because she wants her fucking cushion back. Mm-hmm. And actually, it's the girl that's sitting on that cushion, I believe.
Yeah.
And so as she's crying and Unyoung comes in and she's looking at her like, what the fuck is happening here? That girl just starts to shapeshift into this weird, fucked up giant jelly. And you just see
from the mouth.
Yeah, she's bleeding from the mouth and you just see her thighs go and they get like giant right before our eyes, and her whole body is just growing and morphing, and she's getting like all bubbly.
Yeah, her like brain bubbles out or something.
It's real gross.
I'm not a fan, but whatever.
I was watching that just like mouth open, like what is going on here? Unyoung eventually hits her with the sword, and she explodes, and I believe the little hearts come everywhere. The hearts seem to pop out whenever she kills a giant jelly.
A giant jelly, yeah.
You get mini hearts. After that, the kids return back to normal, and Eun-young takes the ghost's cushion and finds a talisman hidden inside. And she ends up, like, burning this whole cushion, too. It's the whole fucking thing. It's... I don't know. Did you want to add to that?
Oh, I was going to say, the talisman, I think, was so the girl would get into, like, Seoul National University.
That ain't happening.
Sadly, no.
No. Then we cut to Jellyfish, who lures Minyu and Wansu to Eun-young's office so In-pyo and Eun-young can tie their armpit hairs and sever their unhealthy bond.
I'm like, is she not shaving? Which is fine.
Or, how do you even tie it? They're not even that long.
They had those, like, really intense, they're not binoculars. What do you call them? Like, lenses?
They're like when they're like when you're working, like, on really fine jewelry, like the really tiny pieces and stuff. You really need to see, I don't know. But I still don't know how you can tie little armpit hairs. Hair.
Yeah, and then they were like, next is pubic hair if this doesn't work. Okay.
So weird. And this is all happening at school, too.
Yeah, highly inappropriate.
Yeah, weird. But ultimately, it seems like their plan works. And Wansu and Minyu seem healthier afterwards. I don't know how they did it. I don't know what happened. We didn't see the whole ins and outs of that procedure.
No, but like, okay. It seemed kind of like, what's-his-face, In-pyo, and was kind of feeling some feelings towards Eun-young during that whole thing. Absolutely. So. And there was a moment also where he was like, should we be doing this? These are students. This is school. Is it wrong of us to tear apart this relationship? Yeah, like, who are we to decide? And she's like, no. We're doing this. So then we see, like, little octopus-looking jellies are following Eun-young around the school. And they're really tiny. They're really cute. She, like, almost steps on one. Yeah, and they're just kind of, like, bopping around. And it seems like they're almost, like, dancing. I don't know. They're kind of just, like, chilling around the school following her. But then Mr. Mackenzie appears. And he just, like, walks up to one and sucks it up in, like, a little nut or a seed or something. And it's like a little vacuum, and he's just, like, putting his little nut seed along the wall, and it just vacuums these little octopus up. And they're like, what? He looks a little sinister, unusual. There's intense music. And we just don't know what his whole deal is. What's his gig? Where'd he come from? Why is he here? How's his English so good? How's he such a good actor? How's he such a good actor? I don't know. Why do you see ghosts and jellies, sir? What is your story, Mackenzie? Are you Mr. Mackenzie, or is Mackenzie your first name? Then we cut to a bit later on, and some members of the basketball team start to bully a kid named Ji-hyung. And Kaitlin thought he was going to die. Which, yeah, like, they have him on a fucking treadmill. And they put a plastic bag over his head. Yeah. They, like, cause him to fall on the treadmill first. Well, they put it on him, right? And then he falls from it. And he's just, like, breathing really hard in it. And you can see his blood in the bag. And it's all fucked up. It's a disaster. Real bad bullying at the school right now, it seems. And at first, Ji-hyung seems wary of Mackenzie. Oh, sorry. Mackenzie catches them. He, like, offers to help him, blah, blah, blah. And at first, Ji-hyung is, like, weary of him. And, like, you know, it's a teacher. And I
probably don't want a teacher to get involved. It'd probably be worse, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
But he ends up asking for help. And that's kind of whatever. We don't really see what happens after that. Young is suspicious of what has gone on and how he got hurt because he's like, I fell downstairs. And she's like,
I don't know about
okay.
that.
Yeah, that don't look like he fell down the stairs.
I think Ada tells her, like, he got beat up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that girl's just always there.
Asleep in the nurse's office.
Yeah, just hiding. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Young meets with her acupuncturist friend who tells her that she's met the person, she, meaning Young, has met the person she's destined to be with. And Young insists she'll be single forever, but the acupuncturist says she has someone already, but she has competition. And I think this is also the scene where she's like crying.
That's later.
Oh, it's later. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That was a weird fucking scene.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't like that scene.
I know, you don't like stuff.
You know, me and food. I didn't like that one. That's why it stuck with me. Nightmarish. Mackenzie is really super weird with Inpyo, and Young suspects that he is her competition and that he is after Inpyo in some way.
Because he keeps grabbing him and shit.
Yeah, and so I think this is almost at the scene, but there's a scene later on where he like grabs him and it almost looks like he grabs his beepus. And he grabs like the buttons to his beepus. And like the two boys just freeze and they're staring at each other, and Young is just like, what the fuck is going on? What are you doing to him? And that's where all that other crazy stuff happens, but
yeah,
we'll get to that later. That's another scene that just stuck to me because it was really awkward.
It was so awkward. Beepus.
And so whatever, so this guy's weird. Young starts to investigate the Happiness Safety Project, and we don't know anything about that.
I was so confused as to what that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are we missing something? Will it all come together these next few episodes?
I don't know. In these last two? There's that other teacher, though, right? That has a ring that has those initials, HSP.
Yeah, and, like, her acupuncturist friend is, like, and, like, looking people up through this, like, database or something. So, I don't know.
It's fucking confusing.
Mm-hmm.
So we finally see how Mackenzie helps Ji-hyun get revenge on those shitty bullies. And he gives them those little seeds, those little nut seeds. And he gives them one for each boy. And he's like, put these little nut seeds in the bully's clothes. I did not have a soju man. This show is so ridiculous. It's just making me laugh. The storylines are so fucking weird. So, let me go back to where I was. Ji-hyun puts little nut seeds in the bully's clothes, and he's like, in the changing room, just like, boop, boop, boop. And then all the guys get injured in some way. They don't show it, unfortunately, so we don't see him get hurt. But, because of this, he's able to get back on the basketball team, so he's really excited about that. And then Ji-hyun also puts a little nut seed in his shoe, and it becomes Flubber. So he hits a crazy game-winning dunk. He dunks on all those fools. And it's like a really dumb scene because he's like what looks like a fucking mile away from the little hoop. I know nothing about basketball.
Yeah.
And he just like does the littlest hop up. And he's just like, whoop.
Because it's Flubber.
It's definitely Flubber meets like Space Jam.
Yes. I haven't seen Flubber.
Oh, I haven't seen that in
20
so long.
years.
Is that a Disney movie?
Flubber? I don't think so. I don't know.
It seems like I'm gonna look that up real quick. You keep talking to the people. Because if it's a Disney movie, we can watch that. We got Disney Plus. Is it a Disney movie?
I don't think so. Is it even a kids movie?
I don't know. I thought it was.
Because we watched it when we were children.
Let me see. Watch now on Disney Plus, it says.
Are you serious?
That's what it says. Yep. A film produced by Walt Disney Pictures. It's a John Hughes produced movie?
Oh, look at him go. Are we gonna watch Flubber?
You're gonna have to watch Flubber, goddamn. Followed by what people have also searched for: The Absent-Minded Professor, Son of Flubber, The Strongest Man in the World, and The Nutty Professor. Mm-hmm.
I feel like I have combined The Nutty Professor and Flubber into one movie in my head.
Oh!
I don't know.
Oh my god. I haven't seen The Nutty Professor in so long. I wonder how many of our listeners have seen any of those movies.
Send us an email. Tell us.
Have you seen the Nutty Professor franchise?
Or Flubber?
Oh my gosh. I've never seen Son of Flubber.
Me neither. Oh, okay. Speaking of Space Jam, have you heard about the new Space Jam with LeBron?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I don't know how accurate this information is.
Okay.
So do not quote me on this, but
you're doing this on the pod, so everyone's going to quote you. It's going to be out there forever.
So many articles about how Kaitlin was talking about Space Jam.
Or everyone's going to tweet you and they're going to be like, actually, it's blah, blah, blah.
Because so many people care about Space Jam, too.
And Caitlin's thoughts.
But the concept, I believe, of Space Jam... So, have you seen the first Space Jam?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you know how, they get sucked into fucking Looney Tune cartoon world or whatever? So it seems like it's a similar concept, but I think LeBron and his son get sucked into, the WB movie vault or something. So they go through different movies trying to find something. Either LeBron is trying to find his son, or LeBron and his son are trying to find
the basketball.
They're trying to find a basketball. But it was Casablanca and fucking...
That's weird.
Saving Private Ryan. I don't know. That's probably not one of them. But it was... But when they were talking about it, it was these big movies where I'm like, why is this for real? So I don't know.
Okay.
But I think that is the basic concept of they're going to be in these weird movies, in these movies,
making these movies weird.
Yes, because they're trying to find something and they're stuck in the vault or some shit. I don't know. I'm intrigued. I'll fucking watch it because, I like LeBron James, I guess. So I'll watch a weird movie.
Yeah, I would watch it just because I know the other one was really, really fun.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Then
I'll probably just watch the other one, though. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. All right. So, back to this show that we don't understand. All right. So, after that game, everyone is just like, oh my god, he's the best basketball player ever. This kid fucking dunks.
He's got hops.
He's got yeets. He's doing the damn thing. But Eun-young is standing there watching, and first of all, she don't seem like she watches sports at all.
Mm-mm.
She looks like me at a game, just what's happening. But also, she's very suspicious of that little flubber move she just saw. Mm-hmm. She actually saw the flubber. No one else did. But then she sees Mackenzie also has kind of a similar, knowing look. Mm-hmm. And they kind of make eyes, and so she really doesn't trust him. But after this winning game, the teachers go out to dinner, and one of the other teachers spills that people think Eunyoung and Inpyo are dating. And she also reveals that Inpyo will run the school, and so everyone's just kind of curious, are they going to get married? And, like, what's going to happen?
Yeah, like, do we have to
already,
suck up to people? 'Cause,
already
like,
talking marriage? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Y'all don't even know if it's serious. And then again, Mackenzie gets really weird with Inpyo, and this is where we see him almost touch the beepus, and it's like freeze frame. And then Eunyoung, we see in the past Eunyoung has warned Inpyo to be wary of Mackenzie, and he's kind of just like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. What's happening?
But okay.
Yeah. And then after dinner, Eunyoung confronts Inpyo, and we learn that he can see the jellies too. But unlike her, who destroys them, he captures them and sells them.
Ew.
And they're kind of like doing a back and
Capitalism.
forth. I know. They're kind of doing a back and forth, like talking shit to each other. Also, I really love how much the people cuss in the show. There's a lot of cussing going on. It's really funny. But he takes her little BB gun, and he empties most of the pellets. And he, like, leaves. He gets into the little cab. And that's when he calls her, like, fake, 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 fake. She says some shit. I don't even remember what she tells him. But he just, like, shouts back at her, like, you're bullshit. You don't know what you're talking about. Like, fuck you. You're stupid. So he gets in the car, and his little hand comes out. And at first, like, oh, shit, he's going to flick her off. But he just, like, he drops a little nut seed. And it becomes a jelly that attacks her, blah, blah, blah. Thankfully, she has the one pellet left to get it. But she is pissed. And that's the end of the episode.
Yeah, because I feel like she was just kind of, like, doing a fake smile, like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Yes.
And that's when he was like, fake, 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 fake.
He's definitely weird, but makes me laugh, too.
Yeah. I'm like, what are you about, guy? So.
Haven't figured him out.
Episode 4. Baek Hae-min introduces herself to Eunyoung as a new transfer student and presents a solution to a mite infestation that's hard to stomach.
That's true.
These, like, kind of pun freaking synopses.
Hard to stomach.
So, episode 4 starts with Inpyo meeting one of his childhood family friends again, and we learn that he hurt his leg in an accident. It looks like he was also a basketball player, because there's, like, a shot of him, like, doing a little layup. I didn't
realize he was hurt.
Well, you didn't see that when he was walking up the stairs? He was
just
limping.
Tired. Because also, it was, like, really chaotic that time when he was trying to go up the stairs and everyone was laughing and screaming and losing their shit. And it just looks like a tall building, and I just thought he was fucking tired.
Oh, I think there's also a moment where he wears a leg brace and Eunyoung comments on it.
Oh, shit. I missed that, I guess.
Oh,
I looked down. I looked down to eat some fucking noodles or something.
You missed his leg brace?
Missed leg brace.
Okay.
It just always reminds me of that one time when I was watching, I feel like it was Strangers from Hell. I was watching that with Andrew, and we were eating. And something happened in the beginning, and I just started laughing, and he's like, fuck, what did I miss? I looked down for 1 second.
It's everything. You can't blink.
Can't look away.
Okay. So yeah, he wears a leg brace. He had a very bad accident.
Like a motorcycle accident, right?
Yeah. So yeah, he meets up with his childhood friend. Eunyoung continues to press Ji-hyung about his relationship with Mackenzie, but he doesn't budge and doesn't say anything. And his, like, fucking face is covered in, like, this jelly vine thing. She has to, like, bop him on the head with her sword. So the jelly goes away. I didn't like that. I don't like the the jelly face, if you will.
Yeah. No.
So, Inpyo and Eunyoung continue to be suspicious of Mackenzie after they learn he's trying to get into the basement, in which no one is allowed to be. And also that weird teacher who was like, "Are you dating Mackenzie?" She's also like staring at the basement. Mm-hmm. Weird.
She's the one that has that ring.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, these people.
So we didn't do Hey, I Know That Guy for the show, but the girl that plays Eunyoung and the girl that plays that teacher were in a show called Live. I think it's Live, not Live. That police show that I watched. And they're like totally different characters in that show, so it's kind of weird.
Weird to see them.
Yeah, because in this show they're kind of like crazy, you know? Whereas in that show, it was supposed to be, like, more kind of gritty and realistic. And so, anyway, I'm like, y'all were cops who were, like...
Now you work in a school.
Yeah. And maybe belong to a cult or something? Something? Question mark? Anyway. So, Eunyoung sneaks into Mackenzie's apartment/hotel room thing. And
That's a nice place, I gotta say.
Where did he get that money?
From selling little nut seeds, yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Imagine how much they sell for.
Capitalism.
Uh-huh.
So, he's got a nice place, whatever it is, be it hotel or apartment. Can't tell. But Eunyoung finds this, like, moss-filled bathtub, and she's like, oh, it's like jelly moss. Kind of. And she's like, interesting. And then she finds a map and she realizes that where he has like highlighted, the land that he's highlighted on the map is where her school is. So she's like, red flag 1, red flag 2, and then she sneaks out. But Mackenzie comes in and he's like, oh fuck, my moss is dead. So then we see that Eunyoung has an ugly rash. So she fucked with the moss, and now she's like has a big red dot on the back of her neck, and she has like a fucked up looking rash that the doctor says is like poison ivy or some shit like that. Meanwhile, Inpyo goes to investigate Il Hwang sterilization since they are not returning his calls. They're like maybe out of business? ? No one knows what's happening. The sterilization company, though, is in the same building as the HSP. What is the HSP? I
don't know, but it makes me think of the grandpa, too, because the grandpa has them, like, doing the hyena laugh and all that weird shit. Like, what?
And then you hear, like, screaming from in that building.
Yeah.
Ugh. It's reading cult to me.
Yeah. And it seems like that school is a cult. Like the beginning of a cult. That whole, like, weird pit thing. Well, and then the laughing.
The pit thing is just, like, a Korean thing to, like, get the toxins out. I said that like Alexis or Moira. The toxins.
The toxins.
Get the toxins out of your pits.
I probably have toxins in my pits.
Yeah, because you just like... Guys, can you hear us punching our armpits?
But I don't think you have to laugh like a hyena afterwards.
No, that's not part of it. You just will see, like, older Korean people being like, got it. Whatever. I think there's...
I mean, it feels kind of good.
Yeah, well, I think there's those, what do you call them? Not, like, pressure points, but, like, nodes or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, you have, like, a muscle sort of thing there.
Yeah, so I think, in theory...
I don't know about bodies, but...
Yeah, like...
muscle thing.
I don't think this is actual science, but... Because I think actual scientists don't believe in, like, toxins. Or whatever. But... in theory, shit can, like, gather there, so you're just kind of, like, breaking it up. I don't fucking know. Anyway, they do that at that school, though.
Do they do that at all schools?
I don't think so. I think that's just, like, a thing people do.
Just, like, I'm waking up in the morning.
Yeah, I've just seen people in, like, variety shows and K-dramas, like, hit their armpits to, like...
Okay.
You know.
Wake up the pits.
I guess, yeah. Get the body going.
Yeah, okay.
Get those toxins out. So, later on, Inpyo and Eun-young hang out with each other, and they're, like, kind of debriefing their investigations, and Eun-young also heals herself with the good aura from Inpyo and the love locks on the bridge. So I guess she can just, like, take in...
Good energy.
Good energy, yeah. And her little rash goes away. How convenient. That seems nice.
Must be nice.
And also, it's cool that she can kind of see these, like, good aura, like, good energy fields, I guess. But I feel like at this moment in time, Inpyo is, like, kind of into her, but she's very cold and, like, not really showing that she feels the same way. Because there's kind of, like, weird energy on the bridge, I feel. So they go back to his place, or, like, his family home, and they look through his grandpa's study, and he tells her about his relationship with his grandpa. Basically, like, he raised him, kind of, or he spent a lot of time with him. And they find a quote that says something about, if you can control the breathing hole, you can turn your luck to your favor and control the nation, which I guess sounds appealing to some people. I don't want to control the nation. I just want to be fucking comfortable and watch TV all day.
Yeah. So I just want the nation to leave me alone. And just generally be good.
Yeah. I just want to be comfortable. That's all I ask. Anyway. Breathing hole. So, Eun-young urges Inpyo to keep translating the characters she finds in the books with, like, the sparkly aura around them. So, all of these are, like, in Chinese characters, I think, so that's why she needs Inpyo to translate for them. And I realized he's a Chinese literature teacher, because I think last time I was like, is he just, like, a Chinese teacher? Like, what's his deal? So, I think this time it says Chinese literature. So, I keep saying so. So, then, Eun-young goes back to her acupuncturist after a long night of not fucking. After a long night of translating and, you know, spending time with Inpyo. So, she vents to her acupuncturist about how uncomfortable she is with HSP and how she doesn't want her destiny to be entangled with another person. This might be where she has her kimchi eating weird thing.
I think so, yeah.
Or no, maybe later.
What I didn't like about that was just, like, how they shove it into her mouth.
Yeah.
And just, like...
Why?
And then it's just, like, sauce everywhere.
Yeah, I'm, like, wondering if that is, like, a statement in... I'm sure it's, like, some artistic thing that I don't understand, but... Yeah. It definitely brought out an emotion. So... Eun-young is like, I just want to live my damn life, and I don't want to have to worry about other people. I just, like, you know, want to get my shit done and be comfortable. Eun-young just wants to be comfortable, too. So, again, she's like, I don't want to be with anyone, so she kind of gives Inpyo the cold shoulder at school, and she freaks out when she sees, like, a horde of mites, which I don't like big groups of bugs. So, it's gross looking. Then, Inpyo meets Min, a mite eater. Okay, when this girl's first introduced, she just looks like a regular transfer student, and then she eats a fucking mite off the wall, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, when I was
like,
watching
sat up
this...
and turned. What's happening?
Is Alex watching this?
And no, I was just like, okay. Boris?
You're talking...
Boris, did you see that? Boris
I was sitting there, and I was just like, the fuck?
Yeah.
I sat up too. I didn't look at anyone. No one was watching with me. No cats either. But I was just like audibly like, what the fuck is happening here?
It's yucky looking.
Because she's kind of just staring at it and she looks interested and she like cocks her head and then she's just like nonchalant.
Totally.
And later she eats another one.
Ugh. She eats a lot of them.
She eats a lot of them.
Mites. So, Eun-young tries to tell Impyo about her, like, the mite eater, and her concerns about the Apji stone, but he gets a message from his old friend, that girl, which makes her kind of jealous. She's like, oh, I'm not the only person in your life. And so he's like, whatever, blah, 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 my friend. But here's a picture of me and my grandpa, and he points out that someone in the background is wearing an Ilkwang sterilization jacket. And he's like, I feel like this is connected. We should investigate. So he asks her to visit the fishing site with him, but she feels uncomfortable since it's in Busan, and she's like, we're not even dating. Like, I can't just be going places with you that far away, like, overnight. And I'm like, girl, you don't have to, like, do anything with him. You can get
just go.
Separate hotel rooms or whatever, like.
But she knows they won't. They say they will. They'll get two, but they'll end up in one.
Is this your fan fiction that you're gonna write?
This is my fan fiction. They go to Busan and then they get to leave right before the fucking zombies and shit. It's all connected.
Great. The train to Busan. Got it.
Yes. They leave right as the train is coming. If that makes sense.
Yes. So he's kind of just like, what just happened? I feel bad for him because he's so cute and also just like, what's happening?
Yeah.
I feel like he just goes along with all the stuff because he just wants to hang out with her.
Get naughty.
Get naughty.
I have to say, I liked the scene where they showed the knots being made, and it was almost like stop motion, and so you're seeing like all the different steps on how to make these little like dragonfly knots and stuff.
It kind of reminded me of like Wes Anderson. I almost said Anderson Cooper, so
close.
Yeah,
and not quite.
But yeah, I was like, this show has like such a stylized point of view, I guess, or like look about it. So it's really cool, but also like it's so stylized that you see a woman shove kimchi into another woman's mouth, and it's kind of weird.
Yes.
But yeah, I also liked seeing the dragonfly knot.
It made me want to try to make one, but then I didn't feel like getting supplies and rewinding, so I didn't. So today I learned that like tying knots is I guess like a hobby / art form in Korea and China and maybe other countries, I don't know. But I'll tell you a side story later that connects to why I was like I was Googling about knots. Okay. But there's like a bunch of different knots that you can tie to like for like prosperity, or I saw one is to have sons, like birth male sons, and like a bunch of shit like that. Because I don't know if you've seen the things that they tie on the handbooks. They're like little tassels. So those are like tied in different shapes, like with knots, and they mean different things. They're hopes and dreams.
Yeah. So anyway, I was like, oh, so maybe this is like with a knot thing, like that's part of a whole
cultural thing.
Yeah, a whole knot cultural thing. Because apparently there's like Korean knots and there's Chinese knots. So I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm like, should I get into knot tying, guys?
Should I get into knotting?
Okay. They aren't dating, so they're not going to Busan. Untalk again. Again, another Un.
Yes. This is our fourth Un, I think.
Wow.
And that's including the little girl from, the fuck was that drama called? Flower of Evil.
Oh, yeah.
The daughter.
Where am I? Okay, so. Oh, I scrolled up with too much. Okay, Un Young talks to her friend again about Ga Young, which is In Pyo's, like, family friend.
Mm-hmm.
And we learn that Ga Young is also in the HSP. Now, she's, like, a high-ranking member. So I'm like, is this kind of like Scientology? Like,
I was just gonna say.
What is happening?
Weird.
So, also, like, earlier on, we see a brochure in, like, I guess gets slid under Un Young's door, and it's all sparkly and shit, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But Un Young doesn't like Ga Young, and she's in the HSP, and what is the HSP, and blah, blah, blah. So, Un Young and Jellyfish continue to look after Baek Hae Min, and another girl, but I don't know her name, so I don't write it down.
She just looks cool.
Yeah, they're just like a cute little girl group.
Mm-hmm.
Because the mite eater needs to eat a lot in order to digest the mites, because she can't do it on an empty stomach. So they are just, like, feeding her all the junk food. And we learn that this is the first time she's taken the form of a woman, and she kind of likes it. She's like, I had to go into battle before this. But... And then I kind of feel like she has commentary on being a modern woman, because blah, 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 but I didn't write it down, and I don't really remember. I just feel like she said, like, being a woman is also hard in its own way, but she likes being a woman, and... whatever. She also reveals that she'll only live to be 20, but Eunyoung doesn't believe her for some reason. She's just like, liar. Like, how do you know? Why? Eunyoung kind of has a bad attitude sometimes.
I think so too.
Yeah, she's kind of snarky. So Eunyoung goes back to her acupuncturist again and asks about Haemin and the mites, since she feels bad for making her eat all of them. Like, why does this poor girl have to bear the burden of eating all these goddamn mites? The acupuncturist tells Eunyoung to just worry about herself, but Eunyoung says, I'm a soldier, like, I have to go out there and fucking protect people. It might be easy for you because you're just a healer, but no, like, I can't just worry about myself. It's in me. So later that night, Eunyoung thinks about all of the mites and why the sterilization company abandoned the school. And she also wonders if she should leave the school too. Because she's like, I should just think about myself. And, you know, why is it my responsibility to take care of this fucking school? Like, it's not. It's fine. But we also see In-pyo looking at the drawings of the fish in his grandpa's office. So we're like, what's going on with these fish and the HSP and the sterilization company? Like, it's all connected. It all probably goes to the top. Where is it going? Then, the next day, we see Haemin, the mite eater, and she watches a car pass by her, which is full of laughing people. And then we see the number 538 written on a nearby wall. And then the episode ends very ominously. And I'm like, what is happening?
I have no idea.
I don't understand what is happening.
I was thinking we would have more clarification at this point. But I feel like I have more questions.
Yes, my questions. What is the HSP? Is it a cult? Does In-pyo know what the HSP is? Because it seems like he knows a lot of people who are in the
HSP.
Why is everyone laughing? Because his mom, at the beginning of episode 4...
Yeah, when he's, like, meeting his friend.
Yeah.
And the mom, and I guess the mom's mom, maybe? The mom's
friend's mom.
Yeah, whatever. You understood that. Are, like, in the other room just cackling, and then the girl starts laughing. I didn't like that.
Also,
I don't like those laughs.
No, me neither. And she's like, I have a bad back. But she sat like she was pregnant. Did you notice that?
Yes, and her legs were like...
wide, yeah.
Yeah. She was like, come and take it, Inpyo. I'm ready. Her back was... I don't know what's happening.
I don't either.
I think all of these people are monsters, basically. They have, like, human skin over their jelly bodies. Everyone's a jelly.
I like it. Yeah, I really like Ada, jellyfish. Mm-hmm. She's cool. I wish I was that cool.
Jellyfish and that unknown friend, that unnamed friend.
Mm-hmm.
She's cool, too.
Yeah, she had kind of a sad story. I don't remember what it was, but...
I don't
know.
Something about parents?
Yeah, something to do with her parents, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she was adopted?
That sounds right.
Yeah, I think that's right. So, what is Mackenzie's deal? How does he relate to the HSP? How are the HSP related to the jellies? What did the sterilization company do? Did they, like, keep the jellies under control? What does the Opji stone have to do with all this?
Is the HSP for or against jellies?
Right. Were the nation's previous leaders using jellies to control this stuff? Like, what is happening? Because it seems like the jellies are connected to the Opji stone and, like, the seeing hole or whatever the fuck it was called.
The breathing hole.
Breathing hole. Seeing stone, breathing hole, whatever.
I don't know why I get butthole from that. From breathing hole.
I don't know either.
I don't know why
I get... all holes are buttholes.
Butthole from that hole in the ground. I mean, it's just such a weird drama. Like, if it's gonna be any hole, it's gonna be a butthole. Like, that's just the kind of drama this is.
For sure.
It's... I don't know, man. I'm enjoying it for the absurdity.
Me too.
For the absurdity and now, like, the weird cattiness between Eun-young and Mackenzie.
Mm-hmm. Fake. I feel like I'm just gonna say that now.
No, like, when he's, like, in the garden at the school and he sees her walking by and he, like, purposely waves, like, hello.
Uh-huh.
And she just looks at him and gives the smile, like,
He's like, hey, bitch.
Uh-huh. Can't stand you.
Mm-hmm.
So weird.
And he whistles kind of like, again, kind of ominously.
Mm-hmm. He's definitely unusual, but very intriguing to know what his story is, what's going on. Like, he could very well be against the HSP and serialization.
I feel like he was in the HSP, though.
Was, but maybe not is anymore.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Because they said, like, oh, he came from America, blah, blah, blah. But then I feel like they were talking about how the HSP doesn't have a good website or something. I don't know. It's all very... I feel like maybe a lot is getting lost in translation, too. We need, like, little Vicky, like, translation notes.
Definitely.
So... I don't know. I'm enjoying it. I'm just like, it's something to watch.
It's something weird.
We're watching something. But yeah, I don't really have any predictions.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have 0 predictions.
We're just along for the ride.
My I love you moment, though, is when the ghost was clutching her cushion.
Oh.
Because she really wanted her cushion.
And her little bag. Yeah.
And she just wanted to go to a good school.
I think you can buy some of those talismans online that have been, like, blessed by shamans and stuff. Because I Googled, because I couldn't remember the name of what those are called. Mm-hmm. And I found where you can just buy them online. Or you can buy the paper, the yellow paper online, and then you can, like, I guess write your own or whatever.
Have you ever had those little, like, teeny tiny little, like, wooden dolls? And you're supposed to, like, make a wish on them at night?
No.
You put them under your pillow, and then they disappear? Because it's supposed to be, like, the wish coming true?
Ooh.
Like, I had a little bag of those that I got from, like, a cousin. They disappeared.
No, they don't. Where did they go?
They did. When I was a kid, I don't know where they went. I was
took
thinking...
it from under your pillow.
I didn't tell no bitch about it. Because these were secret private dreams. And I was like in, I don't know, 6th grade or something. And I just like said what I wanted to say. And I put them under the pillow. Or I put one. And then I went to sleep and I never saw it again. And I like searched everywhere in that area.
Wow.
The little thing just like walked up in the middle of the night.
It's like, I have a secret to tell.
Yeah. I don't really remember like what you're supposed to tell it. If it's supposed to be like something you want to happen, like a wish, or like, I don't know. I don't really remember. I need to look them up again. But you can find them online and they're just like these cute little like dolls. They look like they're made out of little teeny tiny pieces of wood. And they're wearing, like, little dresses, little outfits. They're
little
weird.
Dresses.
They're, like, in a little bag. But they walked away in the middle of the night.
I don't like things that leave on their own accord. That don't have a brain.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know. They might.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, those are cool little dolls. Actually, I think they came in a little wooden box.
Interesting.
Had like a little pop-off lid. Mm-hmm. I'll look them up later and show you.
Okay.
But I'm online blessed. I don't know if they come blessed, but I'm online.
But we can take it to someone to bless it.
Definitely.
I really want to... So, okay. I've seen on their variety shows where, they go to, like, fortune tellers or whatever. But they seem not, like... How do I say? They seem like professional fortune tellers. Like, they have an office space.
Not like puro ese fortune tellers.
Yeah, not like shawls over the walls and shit like that. Like, and it's more about, like, reading your compatibility with people. So you tell them, like, the day you were born... And, like, the time and all this shit. And they go based on, like, the Chinese, like, lunar calendar, I guess. And I don't know. It just seems, like, really fascinating to me. And they'll, like, read, like, your facial structure and, like, shit like that. Because, yeah, I've seen them be like, well, this is with this. And, like... You being born at this time means this, etc. And so I was wondering, like, I wonder if there are any of those in San Antonio. Because I'd like to go to, like, a Korean or Chinese fortune teller.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, because I don't know why. It seems more scientific.
I don't know about that.
Well, it seems like they have a method.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, I've never seen a fortune teller or a palm reader or anything. Or a card reader, like a tarot card or anything.
Yeah,
I've always been tempted to, but I never know, like, who to go to.
Yeah, same. I just feel like, I mean, I don't know. I guess they're technically, like, shaman or fortune tellers or whatever. But it just seems to me, like, less mystical and more, like... fact-based. Like,
this is just how it is.
Yeah, like, I guess almost more like astrology. Like,
yeah,
this is happening because you were at this point in time, and, like, these are your lucky colors, these are your lucky numbers, blah, 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 blah.
I have an astrology app that's really cool that my friend told me to get. And I couldn't fill it out for the longest time because as you're filling it out, it asks for, like, what time you were born.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't know what time I was born. And I told Livette, my brother's partner, and she's like, just ask your mom. I had to ask my mom. And she, like, gave me the birth certificate. My mom didn't even know what time I was born. And I was like, how do you not know? Like,
you don't remember.
I was your last born child. How do you not know? And she's like, I think it was at this time, like around this time. I was like, okay, good enough, I guess. Not exact.
Interesting.
I just never know. I'll never know my actual stars, I guess.
Or your blood type.
Or my blood type. Yeah, she don't know that either. I don't know how to find that out.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess.
Did you do your 23andMe thing?
Yeah, so it takes like fucking 2 months for them to do it all.
I ordered mine too.
Oh, really?
Because it was on sale, like you said.
Uh-huh.
When you called us that time. And I hopped right on there and I got it.
Cool.
Yeah, so I did the thing, and so I'm waiting now too. But I got an email recently that was like, hey, we're like doing your genome shit. It'll take between this long.
Yeah, I think my spit just got there. My DNA just got there, so...
Your vavas?
Yeah.
Yeah, they told me by like the 25th. So we'll see.
Oh, cool. Wow. That was fast.
Mine came quickly, and I did it like immediately. Okay.
Yeah, I waited a couple of days.
Yeah, as soon as I got it, I was like...
That was a spit sound effect.
But I did it like a lot of times, of course.
Right. Yeah, I'm really curious. I mean, I'm expecting to be like half Asian-ish. Mm-hmm. But, you know, I don't know. We'll see. Very exciting stuff.
Mm-hmm. DNA man.
Guys, if you want to, like, see us talk about our 23andMe, if you're interested, let us know, and maybe we can do, like, a little hang. Mm-hmm. Where we talk about our 23andMe.
We read our 23andMe and become shocked live by the results. We'll read them live on air.
Did you turn on the thing where it's like, find family members?
I don't know if I did.
I did. Cause
I feel like I turned on yes to like everything, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, just do it all.
Did you do the health one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that's the one I did too. So, exciting stuff.
Yeah. Should be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you find out a relative is like a murderer or something.
Well, hopefully they can use my DNA to catch the son of a bitch.
Yes. Then you're like, oh no, Uncle so-and-so.
Mm-hmm. So our receptionist, her sister did a 23andMe, and they found a half-brother.
Oh, wow.
Through, I don't know if it was actually 23andMe, I'm assuming it was, but it was through one of those, like, DNA things, yeah.
Weird.
I know.
I don't think mine's gonna, like, drum up anything crazy or wild, because my brother's already done it, so I don't think there will be any weird family stuff.
Mm-hmm. You and your brother should compare.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I hear, like, even if you're siblings, the DNA, like, your percentages can change.
Mm-hmm. So weird.
Yeah. It's not like it's not like you're half your mom and half your dad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess technically you are kind of, but that's not the way, like, the DNA works and stuff, so. So interesting.
Yeah.
I can hear Egon.
God damn.
He's like, yeah.
Yeah. DNA.
Okay. Do we have anything else we want to talk about?
I feel like I was gonna say something. I forgot.
Okay. Well, I don't know how this came about, but there's this K-pop boy, and if they're like really intense K-pop fans are gonna be like, oh my god, Caitlin's really dumb and lame or whatever, because he's been very active for like a long time. But Taemin from SHINee, I just kind of become mildly obsessed with him because he has this kind of like androgynous vibe. And
I love an androgynous
he dances so well. And I feel like a lot of dudes dance like kind of tough, you know? But he has this like fluidity, but also strong, that is like weirdly like mesmerizing. Because it's not like, oh, like that's hot. Like fucking, I don't know, Chippendale or something. Not that I find that hot, but you know what I mean? It's not, it's not like sexy in that way. It's just like, what am I watching? So I kind of want to show you. But yeah, I'm just like, whoa. Why have I not been watching this for like the past 5 years?
I don't know, Kaitlin.
Yeah, I don't know.
But now you get to watch, now you get to experience it all for the first time. Which is even better. For sure. Yeah, so all of that was like kind of led me down. I got into this rabbit hole of another We Got Married, because he was also on We Got Married, that weird show. And I don't know why I do this to myself, but I just like get involved and I'm like, I know this is fake. Like, I'm not an idiot. But but why are these people so sad when they break up, and it makes me so sad, and they're my god.
They're all young, and like the people on the internet are so mean, and I don't know. It's just a lot. So that's just been my life for like the past week. Just learning about Taemin and watching his music videos and performances, and also a quick binge of his run on We Got Married. It's really weird. But anyway.
Well, that sounds like good old TV. Good old entertainment.
That's what I've been doing. Anything else?
Like, subscribe, leave a
Rate.
review.
Oh, I didn't talk about Patreon in our intro. Did
I don't think so.
I felt like something was missing. Yeah, you guys can become a patron, and maybe for our next little hangout, we can watch K-pop videos, and I can show Jill all of the Taemin and all of the EXO.
I don't explore K-pop.
No.
That's not part of my homework for OK Drama, so I don't explore it.
Yeah.
Not that I don't enjoy Korean fun. I do a lot, but I do not have the time.
No, you don't.
So if it's homework, I'll do it, but if it's not, I won't.
Yeah. And I feel like I kind of just I was mostly like into girl groups, and then, you know, BTS is just like
everywhere,
the world phenomenon. So I got into that. And then I was like, well, maybe I could like EXO and Taemin. And now I think I like those boys a lot more than BTS, which might not be a good thing to say.
Fly.
But
it's okay.
You know,
like who you like.
I'm not gonna compare anything. It's just it doesn't matter. You know what? If you
like what you like,
I like what I like. Also, so if you want to become a patron and you're like, hey, I want to watch K-pop videos with you, please let me know, because I mean, I'll do it.
Andrew also had an idea for Patreon that we should watch the other countries' versions of K-dramas. Like, I was looking up photos of Descendants of the Sun today for our next little Etsy project, and I came up with a poster for the Philippines version of Descendants of the Sun. I was like, oh, look, Philippines Descendants. And he's like, huh, y'all should watch that and talk about it. I was like, maybe.
Interesting.
And then he asked about the American Strong Girl, and I was like, that ain't happening no more.
Didn't get picked up.
They dropped that shit. But that would have been really funny to watch and just, like, talk shit about the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm curious about other, like, American versions of K-dramas and how they fucked it up.
Well, that one medical show where is the person autistic or something, like maybe on the spectrum, and he's a doctor. That was a Korean show, and they made it into an American show.
House?
No, not House. Is House about a doctor? House is about a doctor, but I don't. He's more just an asshole.
Okay. I've never seen it. I was just trying to think of, like, who's a doctor that could be autistic?
The show's on right now. It's not an older show or anything.
I don't know.
He's also really young. Or maybe, I don't fucking know. But that was a Korean show. But they did make Suits, like the American show Suits, into a Korean version. So, and it has Min Min in it.
Ah, Min Min.
Mm-hmm. He plays a lawyer with a photographic memory. Okay, I think that's actually it now. Patreon. Please hang out with us there, and we can watch K-pop videos and...
K-pop videos?
And you get pins and... Not pins. You don't get pins. Sorry. You have to buy those from our Etsy.
Yeah, you get stickers and you get patches.
Yeah.
Patches.
So, okay, drama. We will talk to you guys next week for the last episodes of The School Nurse Files. Wow. I like these short ones. They're just kind of like...
Yeah, they're like nice little...
nuggets.
Nice little ditties to throw in.
Yeah.
With the longies.
Mm-hmm. I hope you guys are, like, staying safe and healthy and sane during all of this, like, holiday madness and world madness.
Unlike me.
Oh, no.
I'm losing my mind right now. But it's okay.
Mm-hmm. That was weird.
Maybe that's why I'm more giggly tonight and weird.
Well, that's why I had a third of a bottle of soju before coming on. And I will finish that bottle when we're done.
There goes the head thing. God. Oh,
guys,
boy.
Become a patron, and we can watch K-pop videos, and you can see me move my head back and forth really fast.
Caitlin will learn choreography to 1. I'm going to say that now.
Okay.
Okay.
There's one that's, like, really slow, and I feel like I could maybe do it, but it wouldn't look good, but I can move slowly.
You can have a third of a bottle of soju and then do it.
Sure. I will commit to that.
All right.
Okay. I guess
have fun. Be safe.
Yes.
Watch Flubber. And we'll see you next time.
Okay.